Hey y'all. So now, okay, so one thing I can say, I want to talk about Anthony and Dalen sitting at Piara's house talking. So one thing I can say about Dalen, that Dalen might have done something shysty, but when it comes to Dalen telling Anthony his Miranda rights, he don't spare him anything. He's raw and uncut, and I love it. So I'm with Dalen when he gets to speaking to Anthony about certain things, because Anthony forgets about the stuff that he's done and want to just blame everybody else. Clear narcissistic traits. So they sitting outside. So Dalen asks him, okay, how the therapy was, how the counsel's been going and everything. So he was like, well, the last time she asked, let me back it up. The therapist asked me about being that Wayne and Amber messed around, did it affect him? And he was like, hell yeah. And he was like, yeah. He said, but this time she asked Amber, did she ever love Wayne? And he said, well, what did she say? He said, she didn't say nothing. And then she didn't say nothing? He said, no, she didn't say nothing. Nope. He said, she just didn't say anything, and she just looked like she wanted to say something, but she couldn't say something, so she just kind of looked kind of awkward, And so that's when Dalen said, man, it's crazy, man, No. Anthony said, it's crazy, man. It's one thing to be messing around with no attachments, but I don't think that Amber loved me. And he was like, Dalen was like, what? He said, man, I don't think she ever loved me. See, at that point, that's when Anthony was looking for some kind of validation or something like that. Trying to play the damsel in distress, And I don't like that about him. And that's when Dalen said, look, Ant, you blew Amber's world up. I mean, everything she thought wasn't. So, of course, when this lady asked her if she loved Wayne, she got to think about it, okay? So, he talking about, yeah. He said, so if I never would have done anything, never would have done anything, and then they asked her that question, it's either one, she's going to lie, or two, she's going to be speechless about it. I just feel like that I was a consolation prize to her because she couldn't get Wayne. She really loved Wayne, but she chose me. And Dalen said, and think about it. You had a whole baby on it. I know. And so he was like, so he said, so now you're speaking, okay, he said, so now you're speaking hypothetical situations, and life doesn't work, life doesn't work in hypotheticals, He said, man, you did cheat. The whole thing about it is that you did cheat. That makes her question everything, and she has the right to. And are you serious, man? You tripping. And he was like, yeah, wait a minute, hold on, somebody not. Okay, so he was like, it makes her question, everything because you did cheat. Now, what she concludes out of this is a whole different story, man. He talking about, okay, so he said, okay, if she did love Wayne, what? Man, I don't know. That's him. I don't know. He said, so you telling me a person can't get caught up with two different people? You, out of all people. Now I know you not telling me that a person can't get caught up between two different people. And he was like, I know. I guess you're right. He's saying, if she would even said, I don't know, that's what Anthony said. If she would have said, I don't know, she was just quiet. I had to leave. First of all, let me tell you something. If she would have said, I don't know, you'd still feel like this. If she would have been speechless, you'd still feel like this. But you're not paying attention, just like Dalen said, man, you blew this whole woman world up. You messed with her best friend, and you still trying to come up with some kind of excuse. Okay, if she never loved you and if she don't love you, sign them papers and get it over with. And then we won't even have to hear this here foolishness that you're saying. Sign them papers. You still trying to find a reason to not sign them papers. If all that stuff is going on that she don't care nothing about, she don't love you, Shayla love you, and all this crazy stuff, sign the papers, go marry Shayla. You ain't even finna marry Shayla. You ain't even finna do that. So let me know what y'all think.